and as well as our Facebook viewers. And I am just really excited about this evening.
Me too.
I am. Josie and I have been talking off and on throughout the week. Your husband's retiring. Well, I guess
he retired
today was
as of
his last day.
Freedom.
So she's been kind of busy. So we have been talking on the phone, which has been really helpful because sometimes we can't always meet. And I got off my vacation. Tuesday was my last day. So, but it's okay. I made it. So, anyhow, I want to introduce my wonderful co-host, Miss Josie Hopkins, who's been with me since the beginning, and I hope she always stays with me. And we have a great guest tonight. She is a reflexologist. Her name is Talia Moser. I've known Talia for several years. She's a colleague of mine, and she has a business called Relaxation by the Foot, which I think is a pretty cool name. So she also does a lot of other things, and we'll be talking about her interests and what she offers and everything in the coming minutes that we will be doing this. So today, Josie, I was thinking about what we were going to talk about, and I wanted to talk about intuition.
Important.
And the spiritual side, because about 2 months ago I did not listen to my intuition. And
we know what happened then.
We know what happened. I wound up spraining my ankle and tearing my rotator cuff. And tearing my tricep too. So I'm healing that. That's another reason why I come to see you, because I'm trying to utilize my other holistic healers to get a well-rounded healing, because I'm not going to have surgery.
That's right.
And I'm not going to have physical therapy either. My physical therapy is lifting my grandson up,
That's
and
perfect.
Lifting him this way and up, and moving him different ways. And, of course, sometimes even lifting Jacob. So, but I was lifting Sammy a little bit too much today, so it was a little bit.
Stretching it a little beyond the comfort zone.
Right, right. So I have to be careful with that. So, but what I really want to talk about is using your intuition, because we're born with it.
Yes.
We are definitely born with this, and it's something that is inside us that a lot of people don't even know about. So, I think that intuition, it's the ability to understand something inside. It's a feeling. Do you think it's a feeling, Talia? Yeah, it's
a knowing.
A knowing. Yeah, it's a knowing. People will say to me, well, how do you know about that? It's just a knowing. I can't explain it. It's just a knowing. Like when I was taking care of my dad when he was dying, I knew when it was going to happen. It's just a knowing.
Yeah.
When I would have people come into my office, and I would just know that something was going on, that something definitely was going on. So there are different ways that we can tune into our intuition.
Okay.
And one of the ways is relaxation.
You have to be still.
You have to be still. You have to be still. And one thing I really love about Talia is she is so calm. She's always so calm, and when you do reflexology, it's almost like she's intuitively talking to my feet. And I've not had a reflexologist like you before that really gets into the intuitive side of taking care of people with their feet.
And I want to be calm because my energy affects you, and vice versa. It's a reciprocation.
Right.
And so we're aiming for healing, so I want to bring the recipient into a calm place to be really receptive.
Right.
So you can receive all the benefits of what we're doing together.
Yeah, because being calm is one of the important things of opening up your intuition. Your third eye, which is your chakra up here between your eyes. It's your third eye. So to open that up, meditation, going to a Reiki would help open it up. Yoga,
Tai
Chi, any of those.
Yeah.
Being calm, thinking positive, being still.
So that's probably the first step.
Is being
Is
still.
being still and being quiet.
And
because
finding
you
your
can't
inner
find-
voice.
Yeah, you can't hear it if you're so busy and there's a lot of chatter around.
No, and you know, if you need a little noise per se, you can turn on some quiet music. Just something really quiet to get you stabilized and to get you to open up your inner self. Right?
I've got some chimes that are wind chimes all around my deck. So when I'm sitting out in the morning, I can hear the birds and I hear the chimes, and it just puts me into a state of peacefulness that I can just feel. I'm creative. I'm able to focus right in on what I need to do. It's my time to write and relax, and and just let all stressors go.
Intuitive people are creative, though. I find that they're very creative, and a lot of them are very intellectual. So I think getting into your creative side also brings out the intuitive side. So how do you get into your intuition, Talia?
Like in the morning, my intuition and that creativeness is really high. And so I love to get up really early before dawn and get a head start on the world before the rest of the world is up and busy. And ideas just come to me, and I like to just, rest and wait till I'm motivated, until I'm propelled out of my chair to get busy and doing things. And I find that things prioritize themselves naturally, and when I follow that kind of intuitive progression, I'm more effective, and everything falls into place better. I get a whole lot more done than if I wait and I just go by a list that I've written.
Yeah. I can't. I'll do a mind dump at night, but in the morning, it's rare that I have to go back and revisit it, because it's like it's already clear what the process is for the day. But at night, I've got to clear my mind, put it on paper, get it out of my head.
Right. Well, I can't sleep if I got things in my head. So I either have to put them in my phone, put them on a piece of paper, put them in a drawer, because one of the best ways for me to go to sleep, I have to have a clear mind. I have to have a clear mind. I can't. And I think people find that they need to have a clear mind in order to get to sleep.
Oh, yeah. All the tapes and techniques and meditations that are out there for helping us turn our brains off, the cycle,
right,
to help us get to sleep. There's so much out there. Yeah.
There's a lot out there that you can look at. Check Amazon, check Google.
I've got a lot of Om tapes, the daily Oms on the meditations for night, for day, for stress, for eating, for manifestation on my phone.
I think one of the things that has really helped me, and I'm going to get back into it, is yoga. And I've got some yoga tapes that I can do here, because one of the things, and I talked about this last week, at a school someplace, a friend of mine posted on Facebook, at a school in the United States someplace, they were having disciplinary problems. So instead of incorporating detention, they put meditation, and they stopped having disciplinary problems.
Yeah,
that's great.
So,
and I shared with you that my granddaughter's teacher, they would do yoga in the morning before they got their day started. And it made a tremendous difference, because even as she would come home after school, she said, I've got to unwind.
See?
And I'm like, good.
So I was ready for Jacob to, be a little bit rambunctious this week. He has been wonderful.
He anticipated.
Yeah. He was so glad.
His intuition told him.
It must have been, because he was
that
so
Grandma
glad.
needs me to relax.
He was so glad to see me yesterday. He ran up to me and darn near knocked me over. He was just so glad to see me.
Do you do yoga with your grandchildren?
I do yoga with him, and I'm going to get back up because I was off for 12 days because they went on vacation. But yes, I will start doing yoga with him because sometimes when I say, well, we're going to exercise, he goes and gets my yoga mat.
Oh.
And that's what he equates exercise with. This is yoga.
Oh, that's
so
sweet.
he got a little bit uppity today, and I said, okay, we're going to sit and meditate. And he looked at me like, I said, I want you to sit here and just close your eyes and be quiet. He goes, oh, okay. I can
He's like, just
That's
don't throw me those
easy.
big words. Just tell me what you want me to do.
He said, and I know he was thinking, well, that's better than the thinking chair. Because I use the thinking chair, because I used it
The
with my
thinking
kids.
chair.
Oh, yes.
It's so different from when we were growing up.
I know. But I use the thinking chair with my kids. So, and my daughter uses the thinking chair, which I found was really interesting because when she was 3, she says, Mommy, send me to my room or spank me, but don't put me on the thinking chair. And I was really surprised that she was using the thinking chair. It really kind of
But they
surprised
remember.
me. They do.
They remember, and you know, even if we think about things, I know for myself, I find myself saying and doing things that my mother said and did.
I know.
And I swore I would never do that with my
We
children.
all do
and then all of
that.
a sudden it's like,
My
that's
kids
familiar.
will say, oh my goodness, I sound like my mother. I think meditation is really important for developing your intuition. I think it is really, really, utterly important. And meditation takes time. You just can't sit there and find the white light, and you have to practice it just like anything else. It
starts
is
with
a
the breath.
practice.
It's a discipline.
Yes, it is a discipline. It is just like yoga, just like Tai Chi, just like any exercise.
just like a good life.
any-
His discipline.
Right.
Yeah.
Being positive. I mean, I try to be positive. I'm a positive person. I really go out of my way to be positive because I don't want to be negative and I don't want to be sad.
Right.
I don't want to waste my time being sad.
Well, as we get older and more mature, I think we realize that there are lots of different ways to look at a situation.
Yeah.
So we have the power to choose how we're going to look at it and
Right.
feel about it. That's one of the benefits of getting older, I think.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I remember when my youngest was 15 and she says, Mom, how come you know so much? And I said, because I'm seasoned. And she said, I want to be seasoned.
Oh,
And I said, well, that comes
In
with
due time.
age.
Yeah.
I said, it comes with age. You become seasoned. The older you get, the longer you're around,
Yeah.
you can... the
Little
more
stuff doesn't get to us.
That's
Stuff
right.
rolls off my shoulders. You know,
Right.
I don't take things personally. I don't own
I
other
don't
people's
anymore.
junk.
I don't. I don't. If somebody says something to me that might hurt my feelings, that's not my problem. You know, it's obviously their problem. And that helps with staying calm. Staying calm, because don't let their problems become your problem.
and
I
that's
don't do
discipline.
drama.
It is.
To not just react.
Right. Right. I just think that getting into your intuitive side is utterly, it's the end result, in my opinion. My grandmother, I took care of my grandmother in her last days, and she died in my arms. And she's always with me. Always with me. And she'll say things, it's like she's here. And, you know, this isn't hocus pocus, this isn't woo
Oh,
or
no.
anything.
I think everybody can probably relate to that who's lost a loved one.
Right.
That was close. Yeah.
And she will say, no, you don't want to do that. Or you don't want to do this. Or watch there.
So
I had
your guardian angel.
Right, she is my guardian angel. She is my guardian angel. And I'm just very blessed that even though I can't hug her, sometimes I feel her.
You feel her presence.
I feel her presence. I feel her warmth on my shoulders. It's like she's standing right behind me. When she was dying, there were angels above that were watching down. I could see them. Sometimes when I'm taking care of somebody in the end days, being a holistic healer myself, you see angels out there that you normally wouldn't see.
Oh, absolutely.
Your intuition is really enhanced when you're taking care of somebody in their last days. Even when you're taking care of somebody who's ill. You know, I know you've been taking care of your mother-in-law.
Yeah, just you know, just feeling. And what I try to do with her is not to try to micromanage her. She's an adult. I want her to have the space as an adult, but also to be present so that I can determine what she's able to do and not able to do. You know, she's got her daughter. She's got others there with her. So when I'm with her, my goal is not to restrict her. Let her be free and feel that she can move. And if there's something she needs, I'm there.
Right. The one thing that I think really would help people with developing their intuition is listening.
Yes.
And that's a skill that we all, I'm still working on my listening skills. My kids used to say, Mom, you don't listen to me. And I've gotten a whole lot better of listening to them and of listening to other people. Because I think
we've
that's
got
really
2 ears, so we should listen twice as much as we talk.
Yeah. I think listening skills are just really, it's another skill that you have to develop.
Right.
You know, and a lot of people struggle with that. I struggled with it for quite a while until one of my kids said, Mom, you got to listen to me.
And then hear what they're saying.
And, yes.
Sometimes we get quiet, and you know, you can always tell when people are just doing that quiet, looking for the opening for them to jump in, and they kind of don't hear what you're saying.
Right.
They're thinking about what they're going to say.
Yeah.
Or where they want to take it.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
That's very subtle.
It is.
What we're talking about. Yeah.
It is. It is very subtle. And like I said, friends, it's not woo-woo. I'll give you my disclaimer. I don't diagnose. I don't treat. I just tell you what, I'm just giving you information and telling you some of the experiences I've had, and Josie's explained some of the experiences that she's had, and Talia will explain some of her experiences. It's just experiences that we've had. It's not anything woo-woo. People might think it's woo-woo, but it's really not, because it's inside you.
And the listeners might actually have occasions, if you stop and pause and think, I'm sure there are things that you can say, well, I know when that happened to me.
Right.
You know, if you're still, you can relate to when did that happen to you, that you could really tune into your intuition and really feel a presence of making good choices.
You know, or if you're driving down the road and your intuition says, no, don't go this way, go the other way, and you don't listen to your intuition, that's what I call getting your thought process in the way. Because when you do that, you've got to eliminate, you have to trust. That's another thing. You have to trust your inner self. You have to trust the guides. I believe we have guides that are all around us. Everybody has different guides. Josie has her guides, and I have mine, and Talia has hers. We all have different guides. So, you know.
The GPS, an example today, I was driving to take the grandchildren to a soccer thing, and I plugged in the address, but I never put in a zip code or the city or state. And Courthouse Road, I know where Courthouse Road is, but it kept saying 95 North, 95 North, and I'm like, no, I don't want to go 95. Maybe it's trying to take me around the city. So I kept avoiding it, but every turn it would say, get off, go back, U-turn. And when I finally realized and got where I was going, it was trying to take me to Courthouse Road in Fredericksburg. Because I didn't have a zip code in. So intuitively, I knew I needed to go towards Chesterfield. But if I listened to that GPS,
you would have been up in
I would have been in Fredericksburg. Nowhere near my destination.
Really?
So followed my intuition and said, I know where Chesterfield is.
Yeah.
You know? And sometimes that happens with GPSs because they'll take us all out of the way.
They will.
They haven't updated them or something.
That's right. That's right. That's absolutely right. So you have to be careful with that. But getting back to your inner self, I want to tell you, when I met Talia, I don't know when we met. We met, I don't know, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Several years ago. And she has this interesting aura about her and this calmness.
Yep.
She's just very, very calm. It's like, I want to be that very, very calm, just like Talia. So I have been to her for reflexology, and I am a reflexologist myself, but it's really hard to do reflexology on yourself. You know, I mean, to do on your foot, you have to bend your leg, and then that cuts off the circulation, and you just don't get the circulation right, and it doesn't feel the same when you're doing it to yourself,
No.
rather than having somebody else do it to you. And so I went to Talia one day, and I mean, it was just wonderful, and she has this great lounge chair that you lay back in, and I literally fell asleep. Literally fell asleep. So whatever she was doing, and I felt so much better afterwards. But there were times when I sort of opened my eyes, and she's just down there, and she's just sort of humming and just moving her hands, doing her thing. And
I
it's
can't
like,
wait to come to you.
Oh, I'm telling you, she
You needed to get still.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I needed to get still. And when you do something like that and you go to a reflexologist like Talia, and I definitely suggest if you get a chance, if you're in the Richmond area or you get a chance to come to Richmond, give her a call, and because she's amazing. But Talia, how did you get involved with reflexology?
Well, that's also an interesting thing tying in with intuition, because I just felt it was my thing. Well, but I got into it because of pain.
Oh.
When I was a kid, I would walk to school and back, and my arches and my feet would just ache and ache. And I think I had weak arches. And my mom and I would get on the sofa like this and just massage each other's feet. And oh, it really helped. And I got arch supports and, you know, all the rest too. But it tuned me into my feet. So pain can bring us to something that, you know, can give us a lot back. So in my 20s, I think, I discovered some books on reflexology down at the ARE.
Down in Virginia Beach, the Edgar Casey.
Yeah, in Virginia Beach. They have a wonderful bookstore, so that's where I started my studying, just studying on my own. And I found one reflexologist in Richmond, and I went to her and just got the experience of it. Then I started studying. I studied with the International Institute of Reflexology starting in 1995, and continued studying with the program there for like 11 years. And then in 2006, I finally had enough nerve to take the exam for certification. And then it was about that time I started my own business, because I loved witnessing the responses of the people to the treatment, the reflexology. It's just been so fascinating. And I love my clients and all the richness they bring into my life. It's fascinating. People are so strong and courageous and creative, and I love contributing to their vitality. I think that's the main, the most exciting thing in doing this as a practice.
And where are you located?
In Richmond's north side on Hermitage Road.
Okay, I know Hermitage.
And I have a website, taliamoser.com. And so I'm easy to get in touch with, and relaxation by the foot covers my reflexology business, but I also do therapeutic movement, a program called Healthy Steps.
And where's that at? That's at ACE?
At American Family Fitness at Short Pump. And I also teach line dancing for fitness.
Do you?
Where do you do that?
At American Family.
Yeah?
2 days a week. So I love taking care of feet, helping us to get as much energy and vitality by having, you know, good feet, and then moving and using music to pick up our hearts and our emotions, and moving to stay healthy, because it's all about circulation.
Absolutely.
It is. And breathing, because I have found with being intuitive, if I just sit there and be still and take long breath in and then exhale and do that about 5 times, it really helps me relax,
Yes.
and it helps me become more the calmest I'm at during the day, so I can handle the rest of the day.
You feel stress kind of drop off of you when you've done some breathing exercises.
Yes,
Right.
It's like it just rolls off of you.
Yeah.
And I know when I went to Talia, it was like it just rolled off of me. It just it's gone.
Good.
You know, and but you also, so you teach at ACA. Now, how can people, do they have to be a member of American Family, or can they just take your class?
The best thing to do is go to the American Family Fitness website, mfamfit.com, and on the first page there's a free pass for a week.
Oh.
So you can take my class on Monday and Thursday, and you can do it with everything they have for the whole week.
Wow.
Check it all out. Yeah. So you could take all 4 of my classes in 1 week.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
So
thing.
when are your classes at American Family?
Healthy Steps is at on Monday at 10 o'clock. Line dancing is at 12:15. On Thursday, Healthy Steps is at 11, and line dancing is again at 12:15.
Okay.
So it's a good lunch hour.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
So,
like that.
so how long is each class?
an hour.
An hour.
Each one is an hour.
Okay. Okay. That's good to know. Now, do you play certain music during these classes?
Music is big for me. Music, I have my own morning playlist that I've put together on iTunes that I've choreographed my morning from
my
peaceful
goodness.
into like more and more
Uplifting.
energetic and expansive and powerful. So music is important in the Healthy Steps class for our pace. We want to have a calm mind and really feel all the movements that we do, really mindfully. And then line dancing has a lot more syncopation, energy,
Yes.
a little bit more bounce. But I have waltzes, I have country western,
Oh, I love
urban contemporary, to tango, samba,
Oh, sign me up.
salsa.
Oh, really?
It is
Sign
so
me up.
fun and so healthy, and it really helps us to breathe and just feel good in our bodies.
It helps with your balance.
Oh, yeah.
It helps
Muscle tone,
muscle
balance,
tone,
coordination,
working on
body
core,
image.
you know, right,
And
Yeah.
breathing.
and breathing.
Because
Yes.
your heartbeat gets your heartbeat up.
Right, right.
Do you do any private events if someone wanted to book you,
Oh.
if they had a group together?
Yeah, I do. 2 Fridays ago, I threw a Zydeco dance party at the
Oh.
Virginia Museum of Fine Arts. On the 3rd Friday of every month now, they have from 6 to 8:30, they have different dance styles.
Ah.
And I think in July it's going to be square dancing. So
So when
anyway,
is
they
it in-
invited me to come and do the Zydeco
Wow.
dance. And so it was so much fun.
Yeah.
So
but-
where do they do it at VMFA?
In the big hall, the big entrance hall, as soon as you go
okay,
in past the admissions desk.
And when is this? It's the 3rd Friday of the month?
Yeah, they have all different things. So I just did it that time, and they're getting a whole spectrum of different styles.
Styles.
And I always teach a dance lesson at the Richmond Folk Festival. That is one of my favorite events
And
all
when
year.
is the Richmond Folk Festival?
That is the second weekend in October. They have a
Oh.
great website too.
Yeah.
You can check out the performers. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 3 days of free
Powerful,
music.
powerful.
And I'll teach a Zydeco dance lesson there to a few hundred intimate friends.
Wow. And where is the festival?
Down on Browns
Browns
Island,
Island.
Tredegar Ironworks.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That area.
Have you been to this one before? You've been to this festival?
Oh, yeah.
Bring the
Yeah.
kids. There's
Bring
a
the kids.
Yeah, we did
wonderful
it with the
kids
children.
stage, and it is so rich.
It
You
is.
won't get bored. It's really rich.
Oh, I don't get bored with anything that...
Performers from around the world.
Around the world, yeah.
Exactly.
Incredible artists.
And my thing is Louisiana music.
Yes, you have this...
Zydeco, Cajun, Creole, and I have a music program on WRIR,
Okay.
the
Yeah.
Richmond Independent Radio. 97.3 FM. Every Monday night from 7 to 9, and you can stream it on the internet if you can't hear it on your radio. We're a low-power, all-volunteer radio
Wow.
station. It's amazing. It's 12 years old now.
Wow. And where's that located? Where's the radio
The
station?
studio is down on Broad Street near Lombardy.
Oh, so it's in the city.
Yes.
So,
So-
The same
Music.
studio where there's a couple of other radio stations broadcast out of there?
No.
No? Okay. Because there's another one just up, further up on Broad.
Oh.
Okay. So do you do anything with children?
I've done reflexology on children. They really respond.
Oh, yeah.
Parents report that they are so calm after they've
Yeah.
had reflexology, thankfully.
Would you do any of your dance with children? The music?
Yeah, well, children jump in. I mean, especially the Cajun and Zydeco music.
Right.
It's very intergenerational, just naturally, organically.
I think it would be a great program to have you come into the schools.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that would be fantastic to have you come into the school.
And I have taught contra dancing in elementary school, too. That's another good thing, interactive and
Right.
intergenerational. So there's
Awesome.
so what is Zydeco? What kind of music is that?
Zydeco is
yeah.
the bluesy, syncopated
Syncopated,
music and dance style of the Black Creole people of Louisiana. And it's kind of cousins with Cajun music. Zydeco developed out of Creole music, which was very simple in instrumentation. Yeah, maybe a fiddle or maybe just a rub board and hand clapping. And then when the accordion came on the scene in the late 1800s, a lot of Creole and white Cajun artists were playing together French music. Okay, and then what developed into Zydeco was the absorption or the inclusion into Creole music of blues and Afro-Caribbean syncopation.
I love it.
And so it can be really high energy,
Very.
really swanky, also really bluesy, and it's super great party music, very lively, but it can also like calm you down with the blues style. But it's always the accordion and a rub board.
Wow. So different.
I love
So
it though.
different. It's
Yeah.
very eclectic. So, how can people get in touch with you for your reflexology?
TaliaMoser.com.
Spelling?
How do you spell it?
TaliaMoser.com. So I have information there on reflexology, healthy steps, dancing, and everything. And American Family Fitness, mfamfit.com. WRIR. I've got a Facebook page for Louisiana Dance Hall. That's the name of the show, Louisiana Dance Hall.
So tune in to Monday nights from 7 to 9, WRIR. And what's the website that they can look on online?
WRIR.org.
WRIR.org. On Monday night, 7 to 9. I'm going to be doing that this Monday night because I'm off on Mondays and Tuesdays.
It's always live. I do alternate with another DJ, Bill, and he takes care of the New Orleans sound, so we alternate. I do more of the country, primitive, rootsy side, and he does the more jazz, brass bands, and blues of New Orleans. So we got it covered. And also, all the shows are archived for 2 weeks.
Wow.
So you can just go to the website and look
check 'em
through,
out.
listen
Check 'em
to
out.
all the different styles
So you
they
can
have.
check out those websites, friends, because it sounds really interesting, and I think it's a good thing to look out at other areas and other music and other ways that you can help take care of yourself. I think I'm going to go on what is it?
AmFamFit.
Fit.
FamFit.
AmFamFit. I guess it's
American Family
FamFit.com.
Yes.
Go on there. You can get a whole week for free.
Yeah.
For free.
Right.
I do free.
Well, all the fitness centers usually let you in for a week for free because that way they get you in. Then when it's time that you get excited and want to come back, you got to pay.
That's right. That's right.
You
So
get a
Marilyn, one of the things I wanted to ask, because we know what reflexology is, maybe some of the listeners don't know what it is.
Right. What is reflexology?
Well, it's a science that explores the principle that there are points in the hands, feet, and ears that correspond to all the glands and organs in the body. And so the reflexologist knows the whole map of these points so that with the pressure of the technique, with pressure from the thumbs and fingertips, a health response can be generated in the body. So what it does is improve circulation throughout to help your body come up to its best level of functioning, of homeostasis. And so the points are laid out in a very organized way, like the feet are laid out like the hands. So the fingers and the toes have all the reflex points for the head, sinuses, brain, and neck. And then in the ball of the foot, or this pad of the fingers right here, are the reflex points for the chest, lungs, the heart, and the shoulder and arms. Then getting down into the arch of the foot or the palm of the hand are the reflex points for the upper and lower abdomen. And so the right hand reflexes the right side and the left hand the left side. So it gives you a whole body stimulation, even hips, legs, knees. I've just seen amazing things occur. Even when I had my own doubts, it just works. And so there are various theories of how it works. It's been done for thousands of years, Egypt, China, and India, and even Native Americans too. So there are different theories about how it works, but what we know is that you feel very relaxed and your whole body pain will dissolve. According to the Chinese theory of meridians, it opens up the flow through the meridians of qi or prana or life force, whatever you want to call it. Blood circulation improves, for example, and Western medical test experiments showed with the use of an infrared camera that they took a before picture of this area, the kidneys and liver, and then the person had a reflex session, maybe 20 minutes on their feet, and then they took another infrared picture, and that area showed up brighter in the second picture, meaning that there was more blood circulation to those deep internal organs. And so that's how this method can help to detox the body. It can help the kidneys. It can help to flush. It can relieve congestion in the chest, neck, and throat, through the abdominal area. So it can help through boosting circulation to decongest, to detox, to reduce or eliminate pain. And it's just brings your energy level up because everything is functioning more at its optimum. You can't hurt anybody with it. It won't make anything go into overdrive. It's safe to do. So I love that it's reachable. It's within reach of everyone.
Well, the other thing is it's non-invasive.
Yes.
It is very non-invasive. So
you don't have to worry about the infection.
Right.
It's great for people with diabetes, for example, who have some neuropathy in their hands or feet, and they have to be really careful.
They do.
About pedicures and things like that. Reflexology is great because it improves the circulation in the feet, so nourishment, oxygen gets to those nerve endings, and then their feet feel more normal. No pins and needles or burning. And they can walk and dance with confidence.
Right.
That's my goal.
That is your goal. So, reflexology, you go to her and then you learn to dance with her. What
it comes so naturally.
That's a real deal.
I mean, that's a wonderful thing. That's why Talia's so into reflexology. So then you can, when your feet are feeling
When your feet feel good, you
give
don't
her a
mind
call
dancing.
and you can go dancing
Get
with
on
her.
the dance floor.
Get on the dance floor.
I love reflexology. I keep
do too.
my chart by my bed with my oils, and so I start my morning with my oils and my chart. Well, I kind of know where I want to go now, but I love the fact. I love the energy I feel, and I love the comfort my body feels.
Good.
Now, does it also, I want my viewers to know, we've been talking about chakras before. Does it also help open up the energy cycles, your chakras in your system?
I think that it could, because it just helps the energy go throughout. So it just dissolves blockages, yes, so it flows more freely.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I think it's wonderful.
It's a great thing to explore and add to your exploration of natural methods to feel your best.
Natural healing, right. Because when you said that, this area over here is for shoulders, and it's like, I'm going to go see Talia. We had this appointment for a while, and I'm thinking, I really need her to delve into fixing my shoulder, and opening that up, because I know there's a blockage in there. I know how to open it up myself, but I can't do it.
Yeah.
I've got more leverage than you do when you're trying to do it to yourself.
Well, my legs will be out straight, whereas when you have to do reflexology on yourself, you got to bend your leg. So I mean,
you're blocking the energy.
You're blocking the energy at your knee.
You can do your hand.
Yeah, I can do my hand. Yeah, but it's still.
It's not the same.
It's not
Just
the
come
same.
see me.
It's not the same.
It isn't. It's not the same. I mean, I know how to adjust.
You deserve the time too.
Well, yeah, and I know how to adjust my torso, because my hips are not built right. They're built like this, so my hip can dislocate real easy. I know how to put that back, but I don't know how to adjust it. And sometimes after having 3 kids, your pelvis tilts, your hips tilt a little bit this way or that way, and I know how to fix it, but I have to go to a chiropractor or something, because I can't fix it myself. There's only so much that you can fix on your body. And that's one of the things that I can't fix. And it's just so much easier to give yourself the pleasure of going to see Talia and getting a reflexology, because she's been doing this a long time. And I'm sorry, in the beginning when Josie and I were doing a live Facebook, and I said reflexology by the foot. It's relaxation by the foot. And her name is Talia Moser, not Talia Mosier, so I apologize for that. But relaxation by the foot, I think that's a great name too. I think it's a great name. But you don't have a website that says relaxation by the foot. Your website is taliamoser.com.
Yes.
Taliamoser.com.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Is there a phone number that they can call to get in touch with you?
Yes, 804-399-3353.
Okay. Can you say that one more time?
804-399-3353.
Got a lot of 3s in there.
Thank you.
The Trinity. That's cool. I like that. Yep. So give her a call. Check her out. She is in The Natural Awakenings. That magazine right there. Michael, can you zoom in on that? I do have copies of it. You can pick this up in a gazillion different places.
Yeah.
Grocery stores.
Elwood Thompson.
Health food stores. There's a lot of different places you can pick this up. It's free. We do free.
Yes.
And look through the whole thing, because one thing I want to tell you, I also...
The practitioner directory.
The practitioner directory is in the back, so don't forget that.
And I'm in there.
She's also in the back. This magazine fell apart, but anyhow, look through the whole magazine. Read the whole magazine. There's a lot of stuff in here, a lot of great information. If you're not quite into, you want to start getting into the natural healthcare field, or you want to get some information, or you want to get some help from a holistic healer, this is your go-to place, really, to get information and to find out what's going on. And I was glad that Talia brought these over, because I am also in this magazine this month. It's what's issue is it? It's the
It just came out.
July, August.
Yes.
Yeah, it just came out. What, today?
Yeah, practically.
Yeah, it came out today, so it's hot off the press. I have an ad in here, Self-Realization Retreat and Short Pump, that Judy and I are going to have in October 13th, 14th, and 15th, up at the Hyatt House, Richmond West. So take a look at that. And I also have a little article in here. That's on page 10. And I have a little article in here on page 13, my lucky number, on the show that we're doing, Healthy Living with Marilyn. And in the back someplace is, here it is Judy's and my, I know, can you zero in on this, Michael? I don't know whether you can. It's on page 31. It is our information and with our business card for creating the amazing you. So look at these, and Talia is in the back, and her office, where's your office again, Talia?
On Hermitage Road,
on
4801.
Hermitage Road.
And what's that between?
It's between Westbrook Avenue and Dumbarton, I guess you would say. Right across from Bryan Park.
Okay,
Yeah, it's right
that's
across
what I was thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's not far. And I think a lot of the major highways are, you know, you can get off there.
Exit 80 off 95.
Exit 80 off 95.
It's really easy.
Yeah. So it's really easy. Her office really easy to get to. So check her out. You want relaxation? She is definitely the person to go to. Your
My
life
feet
is
are like
stressed.
saying, take me, take me, take me.
You know, if you're under stress, reflexology can really help reduce stress.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it can open up the energy cycles in you. I know when I get reflexology, I feel so warm. You know, it's this warm sensation. And I know it's the energy, and I know it's my immune system working on whatever's going on in my body that might be not doing right.
It boosts the immune system.
It does.
Yeah,
it boosts the immune system.
Yes, because I can do the points for all the glands and organs that support immunity.
Right.
Yeah, so they get more energy.
The pores in the feet are the largest pores of the body as well.
Right.
Right.
And there are no ugly feet.
I know.
Don't
People
be
are so,
embarrassed about
no.
your feet.
If you got feet, show them.
That's right. That's right.
They need
Take care of
care.
your feet.
They need care.
Yes, they deserve
You're
care.
standing on them all day
That's
long.
right. They carry you everywhere you
They
go.
need the care.
Unless you're a butterfly and you can float.
Well,
I haven't seen any human floaters.
I haven't either. But, you know, your feet, don't ignore your feet. It is so important. Don't ignore your body. Don't ignore your hands. You know, when you don't have the use of something, let me tell you, I did not have the use of my arm for quite a while. And when you don't have the use of something, and you got to turn your brain around to eat with your left hand, because I am right-handed, it is very, very challenging.
Yeah.
And don't take your body for granted.
No, you
Please.
only get one.
You
When
only
it's
get
gone,
one. I've
where
sprained
you
my
gonna live?
ankle. I tore my rotator cuff. I tore my tricep. I'm going to fix it. I'm fixing it. I can move my arm.
That's good.
I haven't been able to do this. I've really worked on it. It's a little sore now because I've been picking up the baby for 2 days, and I hadn't had him for 12 days. But I'm working on it, and I know I can fix it with the help of my holistic friends and with the help of what I'm doing. But don't take your body for granted. Please. Don't take your digestive system for granted. That's why I became a digestive enzyme specialist, because I was having digestive issues. And to help people with their digestion, you know, and that was really important. Really important. So I'm going to also do, I am not a morning person, Talia, I'll be honest with you. My body does not, my biological clock does not start rocking and rolling until about 10 o'clock in the morning. So when I have to get up early to get the kids or, you know, welcome the kids, it's like, yeah, really. So what time do you get up in the morning?
Well,
you said before.
sometimes I get up at 4.
Okay. Sometimes I do too, and that's when I go to bed real early. I do. You know what happens to me? I run out of sleep. I try to go back to, I do. I run out of sleep. And my intuition, I'm working on my intuition, friends. My intuition says, you don't go back to bed. You need to get up. So I get up. And that happens maybe sometimes 3 or 4 times a week sometimes. And I set my clock, say I set my clock for 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm thinking, I don't have to get up yet, and it's 3:30. I mean, my husband can tell you. He's come out and checked on me, and I'm sitting here writing or meditating or whatever.
That's, you know, that's almost really the best time, though.
I know.
Good that you follow it.
Yeah, you got to.
Don't be berating yourself because you're not in bed sleeping.
Yeah.
Well, what my intuition says is get up.
And there's
So
a reason.
I listen to my intuition. There's a reason why I'm supposed to get up.
Yeah.
Like clockwork, I woke
might-
up at 6:17 in the morning, and I used to think, why am I waking up? I don't have to go to work anymore. But 6:17 is my birthday, but I also realize that that's my spiritual time. So when I wake
There you go.
up, my eyes open up, I look at the clock, it's 6:17, and I get my journal, and I'm ready.
Wild.
So you don't need an alarm clock.
I had to have one when I worked. I couldn't wake up when I had to go to work.
I know it's
There was a
different when you have
resistance to
that
doing
too.
something I didn't want to do.
Right.
Yeah, but now
Right.
it's, I wake up, I'm ready, my mind is like,
Ready to rock and roll.
yeah, well, not rock and roll, but I'm ready to create.
That's, you know, I don't question it when my intuition says you need to get up. You need to get. I don't question it, and I come out and I'll get a cup of tea or some lemon water or something, and I say, okay, what do you have in mind for me? And I sit here for a little bit because I'm trying to figure out number one, why am I running out of sleep? That's the way I look at it, because when I wake up,
You
it's
have an
like,
abundance of awake.
I
Think of it,
must.
you have an abundance of awake, not running out of sleep.
I
You have
run,
an abundance of
I
weight.
must. And when I wake up, I'm calm, but I'm ready to get up, and my intuition is saying, okay, you need to get up, but my brain is saying, Marilyn, go back to bed. So
Nobody's up. Why are you up now?
yeah, why are you up? It's still dark out. You know,
My father
it's
used to
not
get up
late
early,
anymore.
and he would get up really early. And he always told me he wanted to breathe the air before other people did.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah, so
That's a
he'd be
good
standing out on the porch like 5 o'clock in the morning, just singing, and you know,
Oh, yeah.
and
Get
he
a
kind of did it when
jump
we
on.
first moved into our new neighborhood, and I was so afraid that my neighbors would think, you know, but he was like, no, nobody's up. I'm breathing the air before it gets contaminated, before it's polluted.
That's a good thought. That's a good thought. So if you're really listening to your inner self, friends, listen to your inner
Follow.
self.
It won't
Follow
steer you
it.
wrong.
If you don't know what they want you to do, if you don't know what your intuition has in mind for you, because they really know what you want to do before you do it. I really believe that. Sit down and just meditate for a little bit. Get into your own self. Get into your inner being, your soul. So your soul is energy. You know, it's really a good thing for you to do. It's healthy. It's helpful. I got to admit, when I get up like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30, I feel a whole lot better. And I'm ready to rock and roll. Yesterday I had to get up early, and I got up at 6 o'clock, which I got up before my alarm was supposed to go off. And I thought, okay, it's 6 o'clock. Let's go do something. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but I sat here for a little bit, you know, to get my thoughts, like you, to gather your thoughts and to get your priorities in order. It's like, okay, what do I
Right.
want to do now? You know, and I listen to your intuition. Just sit there and be quiet. Be very quiet, because when you're quiet and you've got nothing else in your brain, I mean, in the morning, I'm not thinking about anything. And the mornings are the hardest time for me. Once I get up, the rest of my day's downhill. So it doesn't matter.
No.
I mean it. No, I mean it. Getting up for me is really hard. So the rest of my day is easy.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. It's
I like hearing the
easy.
birds and the sounds of the morning, and then I just feel my joie de vivre just rising in me until, then it propels me out of bed or out of my chair. Yeah.
My natural alarm clock is there's 2 squirrels that they will jump from the tree in my front yard on the roof. They scatter across the roof and they jump into the tree at the window at the back of my bedroom, and they run down. And that's what I hear first thing in the morning. And then I hear the birds.
Really?
And that's what starts my morning. And it's like clockwork. If I don't hear them, it's like, where are my squirrels? Because it's just a ritual all seasons. They're jumping on the roof. They're running across. Sometimes they'll run around on the roof. And there used to be a woodpecker that would peck on the siding. But it's nature. I want nature to do what it's got to do to keep me
We're
in nature.
part of it.
We are. We are. Like one day, I guess it was yesterday, I was out with Jacob when he first came here, and he says, "Listen to the birds, Grandma." Now, he is 2.5, but he's going on 10.
He's been here before.
He has. And look, Grandma, they're talking. They're talking. It's
How
like,
cute.
they're having a conversation. And I don't know. I think little children, they are intuitive. They just don't know it.
We lose a lot of it as we mature because we get infiltrated with the world's boundaries.
Right.
And we stop listening to our intuition, listening to our inner spirit,
And trusting it.
Right. And we start being judged on the outside, and we put it away because we think it's not okay.
Right. So, Josie, thank you. I want to thank you always for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
And I want you to give you 30 seconds to 45 seconds to tell about Josie's inspiration and your blog talk on Tuesdays, which I missed this week because I was on the fly. But I'll catch
so
it.
Josie's Inspiration is my brand, and Josie stands for Journey of a Spirit Inspired. And so Josie's Inspiration is a weekly show. It's a blog talk radio show, blogtalkradio.com/JOSI. And each week I have on Tuesday at 11 a guest who comes on, and we talk about topics of my choosing. And this coming Tuesday is 4th of July. I'll have another entrepreneur on, and we'll talk about entrepreneurial independence.
Wow. And what do you have coming up?
Wow. Let's see. The classes and reflex appointments, and I'm going to be moving my office to a nearby, different location, but really near my current office.
Right.
In September 1st.
And you'll be with a acupuncturist.
Yes.
I was about to say I like acupuncture and reflexology together.
And furnace. Yes.
And
She's
furnace.
excellent.
Awesome.
Yes. I just want to thank you so much for coming tonight.
It's been a pleasure to be with both of you.
So glad.
I'm so proud of what you're both doing.
Well, thank you. I'm proud of what you do, too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I might just have to go to AmFamFit just to see what's going on Mondays. I can't do the Thursdays, but I can do the Mondays,
Well, thanks for putting all of this out there, and Natural Awakenings, too.
Natural Awakenings is a magazine that I think is very, very beneficial to the community.
Yes.
And make sure that you can pick it up at a lot of different places. You can pick it up at grocery stores. You can pick it up at pharmacies. At
I just downloaded the app.
Josie downloaded the app. So
while we were sitting here earlier.
You can look at it on your phone. But it's a good magazine, but make sure you look at the whole thing from cover to cover. It's worth it. It's colorful. It's beautiful. I'm in there for the next 2 issues or something. So, and Talia's in there, and maybe we'll put Healthy Living with Marilyn. But I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. And make sure that you
get your cup.
Get your cup here.
We have this ritual.
We have this ritual, and cheers. And you've got this.
Cheers.
And have a great evening. Change your life today. And remember, use your intuition.
Yes.
We love you guys. Thank you.
See you next week.
See you next week. And happy Independence Day.
Yes.